What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So this week we're doing something really fun in honor of what's kind of happening with American Girl at the moment. Obviously they are releasing 25 new Truly Me's. Hopefully this video will come out before that video because I do want to do a reaction video to those dolls once they've officially been released. I know there are teasers and spoilers out there, but I don't want to react to those because sometimes the leaks are not as accurate or they just portray things in a light that they don't really look like, so I'm going to kind of refrain my official judgment until I actually see like the real stock photos. That being said, today's video is inspired by that. I'm going to be ranking all 30 of my Truly Me dolls because I kind of have dolls from every era of AG since they started with the Girl of Today line all the way up till now. So I do think it'll be interesting to kind of rank them and see what happens with the future of AG. But again, we're not going to really talk about that until the next video and we will see what happens. So until then, let's go ahead and rank my dolls. I did use an online tier ranking system. So it's really kind of like interesting because I couldn't change my mind halfway through. It's pretty set in stone and I had to put two dolls one-on-one against each other all the way up until it had an official list of my 1 through 30. So let's go ahead and get started. Kicking us off at number 30, we have my Truly Me number 23, Lucy. Now, to be completely fair, I did just get this doll less than 2 months ago, so it's not really fair to compare her to dolls that I've literally owned for like over half my life. That being said, I do think it's interesting that she is at number 30 because she is a really beautiful doll, and like I said, I keep all the dolls that I love, and if I don't love them, I do sell them. So all these dolls are amazing, and if, you know, I do rank one of your favorites lower, just know it doesn't mean much because I do own these dolls. I did go buy them, so clearly, I mean, I love them all. Coming in at spot number 29, we have Truly Me number 60. Now in front of you I have two Truly Me number 60s. We have Layla and Banks. And Layla's on the left, Banks is on the right. Layla is like 5 or 6 years old and Banks is like 1 or 2 years old, so they're from different eras of AG. So they look really different. It's kind of interesting to look at. So if you want to pause the video and kind of like look at their differences and similarities, it's kind of interesting, but I'm not going to go too in depth in this because that's not what this video is about, but I do think it's kind of cool to see. So I did take into consideration both of these dolls and like both of the things that I like about them both, and that is how they ended up in spot number 29, but I really do like both of them. And the blue eyes and black hair thing is like one of my favorite combinations for dolls, so I do think they're really cute. In spot number 28, we have Truly Me number 39 in my collection, Sadie. The reason why Sadie is so low, again, seriously, like low means nothing with these dolls because they're all so cute, but Sadie, I did customize. I don't like that she's custom. I know so many people do. So many people tell me like they really like Sadie, and I just don't like her like she is, so I do plan to customize her back, actually uncustomize her, I guess, back into a regular Truly Me 39 with blue eyes. So that is something I plan to do in the future, and I think she'll definitely like raise up in rank once that happens, but at the moment she is in spot number 28. Coming in at number 27, we have my Truly Me number 47, Charlotte. And when I first saw this result, I was like, there's no way Charlotte is actually this low. And then I really thought about it and realized I don't really ever use Charlotte at all. Like, she's not really in most of my videos. I feel like I kind of forget that I own her a lot, which is so sad because she is so pretty and she's definitely the closest doll I have to Sonali. So you'd think that I'd use her a ton, but I feel like her hair is just really frustrating to do hairstyles with because it is so silky and straight and layered. So everything just kind of looks really jagged and pointy, and so I find myself kind of just leaving her hair as is, and that kind of deters me from really wanting to use her as much as a lot of my other dolls. This is going to sound kind of weird, but seeing that number 54 was in spot number 26 was kind of like a weird reality check for me that like I don't even know anymore like who my dolls, where they rank anymore, because less than a year ago I drove 3 hours on the off chance that this doll would be at the Mattel store after she retired. Like, I had no idea if she was there or not. I drove that far for her specifically, and a year later she is in the lower fourth of all my Truly Me's. I just don't understand how that happened, because she's a Jess mold and she's gorgeous, and I don't even know. Spot number 5 belongs to my Just Like You / Girl of Today number 20. I got this doll fairly recently. I was amazed to find her. I never thought that I would own one. Like, I never even thought about thinking about getting her, because in my head it was just like, well, that's one of those dolls that you never ever see. Like, why would I ever own one? So I never thought about it. I got her. I loved her ever since, but she definitely is in very used condition. She was very well loved in the past, clearly, and for that reason I just don't really use her in videos, and I don't find myself like willing to really touch her as much as a lot of my other dolls, just because I feel like if I ruined her I'd feel so bad, because she is just such a cool doll to own. But like I've said before, at 25 that's not even bad, because this got hard from the very first doll that I picked out. This is my Truly Me number 84, and she is in spot number 24 because I just have never been able to like really connect to her the way that I always thought that I would. I saw her at the American Girl store when I went there in, I want to say 2021, I think it was for Kira's release, and I saw her and I just was like, that is my next Truly Me, 100% hands down, obsessed. I got her, I really liked her at first, and I still do really like her, but I just don't feel like I ever really like fell head over heels for her like I have for some of my other dolls. And while she's like super cute and she is a kind of unique Jess mold and she's got like the prettiest hair of all time, I just still have never been like, oh yeah, that doll and I just like, that is one of my top dolls. Like, that's just never happened. Spot number 23 goes to Kita, my Truly Me number 30. Now this doll is slightly customized. We're going to ignore that for the purpose of this video. Just know that when I was a kid, I would circle her in the magazines. I don't know if you guys ever did that. I feel like everyone did that. If you did, leave a comment down below. Did you circle the dolls that you wanted? Like, I did it all the time. And the doll that I circled in every single catalog for so long was Truly Me number 30. And I, for a while after getting her, was like, this is my favorite doll I've ever owned. This is always gonna be my favorite. Like, she was the one that I brought around everywhere, and I just loved her so much, and I still do, but she's definitely nowhere near my favorite anymore, and it's really weird to think about. This is Truly Me number 3 / Just Like You / Girl Today number 3. In my collection, her name is Elena, and she is in spot number 22. And I feel like Elena and I, like, it's been a long time coming. I had her when I was a kid. I actually got her secondhand at a garage sale. She was the first secondhand doll that I ever got. And when I was a little bit older, I actually sold her to my cousin because I wanted money for a new doll. And I didn't ever really regret it, but I definitely always thought, like, someday I want a really nice conditioned version of that doll, because that was a doll that I actually really liked, but she just wasn't, like, she was kind of like just old and kind of ratty, and like, she was a nice doll, but definitely not anywhere near the quality of Elena. And so the fact that I have this doll, I still don't really believe it. So this one kind of pains me, and I want you guys to know that, because this is Truly Me number 83, and she's in spot number 21. And I feel like number 83, whenever I see her in someone else's collection, I'm so drawn to her. I feel like she's the cutest thing I've ever seen. I always think like, oh my goodness, she's so gorgeous. And for some reason, like, I still acknowledge mine is super cute. Like, I really like my doll, but I feel like Clark in my collection is just not, like, I'm not as drawn to her as I feel like I should have been, if that makes sense. I use her all the time. She's one of the dolls that I pull all the time. I love playing with her hair. I think her skin tone's so cute. And she reminds me a lot of Kira, who I also adore, so I love her. But it's kind of crazy that she's in spot number 21. So fun fact, actually Cody, number 37, who was in spot number 20, and 83, my doll Clark, they were actually tied, but I just put Cody in front of Clark because I feel like I wanted Cody forever, so it just made sense, but technically they're tied. So anyway, Cody is in spot number 20 because I wanted her for a really long time. I used to circle her in the magazine as well. I loved the green eyes and the freckles and the bright red hair, because at the time I didn't have any dolls with like true red hair, so I was really drawn to her. And so getting her was really cool last year. I felt like it was just one of those moments where it's like, as a kid I would have like freaked out if I saw myself buying her, so that's why she's in spot number 20. Spot number 19 belongs to my Truly Me number 22, Alex. Now for this doll in particular, I feel like I need to kind of explain why she's here because I'm fully aware that the majority of people cannot tell the difference between Alex and number 27 and number 63 and like all those dolls that have exactly the same look. And I'm fully aware of that and I kind of agree with you, but what I'm gonna say is Alex was my second doll. So I have like a really bad bias towards her of just adoring her. And I know that if she had been like my 40th doll, she'd probably be like super low in this ranking, but the fact that she was my second and I do have that connection to her, I rank her pretty high. She's not like super high, she's not in the top 10, but she's definitely not like below some of the dolls that'd probably be above her if I had gotten her later on. Coming in at spot number 18, we have my most recent doll. This is my Truly Me number 41, Janelle. So for me, Janelle was kind of that doll where when I was a kid and I would look through the catalog, she was kind of always the one modeling all the cute outfits, like the ones that I was always circling. Like she was the doll that was wearing them, so I kind of associate her with like the prime time of AG, like when I was really into collecting and like when all their stuff was like really high quality. So for me, she kind of like signifies like that really amazing time for AG and like when I was really into it and like a doll that I never got at the time, but one that kind of just meant something cool to me. So that's why she's number 18. In spot number 17, we have my Truly Me number 44, Phoenix. So I vividly remember buying this doll because I did not yet have a doll with curly hair and I really wanted to see like if I could handle it, and I was really excited about it, and she reminded me of Kanani, so that was cool. And I remember I bought her and we were on the way home and I think we were like an hour into our drive and I was looking at her going, did I make a mistake? Am I gonna ruin this doll? Like, am I gonna ruin her hair? Am I gonna be so mad at myself? Like, can I handle this? And I say that because I know there are people out there probably watching this that are thinking that right now, like about a doll that they really want, like, can I handle her hair? And the fact that you're asking yourself that question, I guarantee you will be fine, because if you care about ruining a doll's hair, you're not going to, and it's fine. They're not that bad, and I have made a video on that, by the way, if you're curious, so go check that out. I will link it down below. In spot number 16, we have my Truly Me number 57, Wyatt. So for me, I think the big reason why Wyatt is so high up on my ranking is because of her freckles. I painted these on like pretty quickly after getting her, and let me tell you, it's a game changer. She was cute before, now she's my like the cutest thing I've ever seen. Like, I'm not gonna say she's my favorite doll because obviously she's not even like in the top 10, but I do love her. I use her all the time. I feel like she's a doll that I recommend to anybody that asks, and the reason why is because I fell in love with the freckles. So if you have a 57 and you're struggling to connect to her, add some freckles. Guys, we are officially halfway through and I've literally already gone over so many dolls that I'm obsessed with, so this is just insane. But this is Margot. She is my Truly Me number 31. I've had her for about a year now, and I just love her. I love everything about her. I feel like she is so photogenic. She looks good in everything. Like, I have yet to put an outfit on her that I was like, eh. Even the stuff that doesn't go together, I feel like I don't even notice if it's on Margot because she's just so cute. And her hair is fantastic. So fun to do things with. And I'm so sad she's retired, but let's be real, they've like retired so many good Truly Me's. I feel like there are barely any left that like are really interesting and unique and like fun. I feel like they've retired like all of the really cool dolls. So sorry to go off on a little rant, but this is Margot. She's at number 15. In spot number 14, we have Zoe. She's my Truly Me number 43. I think Zoe is one of those dolls where like people just didn't even really notice her when she was available, and then once she retired, everyone was kind of like, wait a second, like she's really cute, and then all of a sudden the price just skyrocketed and she's kind of hard to find and it's like a whole thing. And that is definitely the case with like a lot of dolls, and for 43 it's no exception. So for Zoe, I just feel like she's really interesting. Like, she's really pretty. I always thought she'd look a lot like 44, and she does kind of, but she's definitely a lot brighter than 44. Her eyes are brighter, her skin's kind of like more of like an orangey undertone, which sounds weird, but like it works. I don't know, it's not like a bad orange, it's like a pretty like kind of like vibrant skin tone, where Phoenix kind of has more of like an ashy skin tone. I'm getting so off topic, but this is 43. She's in spot number 14. Guys, Gigi has pigtails again. I forgot how much I was obsessed with it when she had this, but they're back. Seriously, I'm never taking them out. I love them. This is Gianna. She is in spot number 13 in my collection. I call her Gigi. She is a Truly Me number 58, and I feel like everyone is livid that she's retired, and I am too. I'm so angry about it. Like, look at this doll. She is stunning. I cannot believe they retired her, but they've retired like so many gorgeous dolls at this point. I feel like it's all of the dolls that like everyone already owns that are still available, and like all the dolls that people are not that excited about, which upsets me, but it's nothing new. So Gianna, number 13. Love her. I know she's hard to find, but if you guys do have an opportunity, I promise you guys, if you own her, you will be obsessed. In spot number 12, we have my Truly Me number 42, Lennon. Now with Lennon, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like she's probably that doll where like right now I'm really excited about her because she's kind of new and she's cute and like I'm excited to own her, but down the line she probably won't be this high because eventually, you know, it'll be like, okay, I've owned her long enough now, I'm not like that hyped about her, so she'll probably end up like mid-ranking eventually, but right now I'm like really obsessed with her and I use her constantly, so that's why she's at number 12. I feel like Lennon, I love her textured hair. She's so beautiful. She has like the prettiest skin tone. She's kind of like an upgraded number 25. And I mean, I don't have 25 anymore. I used to. Unfortunately, number 42 is retired, but that being said, she's actually pretty easy to find secondhand. I feel like I see her all the time for a really good deal. So she's one of those very few dolls that's retired and really interesting and not that common, but actually not that expensive to find. In spot number 11, we have Truly Me number 55 in my collection. Her name is Cullen. I feel like 55 was the original doll that literally everybody owned. Like, if you were on the internet when this doll came out, like every collector you'd come across did in fact have this doll. I don't know if it was a requirement, but I feel like everybody did. I'm kidding, obviously, about the requirement part, but seriously, everyone did own this doll. But there's a reason for it because she's so pretty. I love her. I feel like this doll, I mean, she's really unique, and I don't even know why, because I feel like her individual features are not that unique, but her combination really was, and she's still a very timeless doll that looks good in literally everything. Spot number 10 belongs to my Truly Me number 66, Cairo. I love Cairo. I feel like if anybody watches my channel, you know this. I use her all the time. She's in like every video that I make. And it's weird because I'm not really that big of a Luciana fan, but I adore 66. It's kind of weird. I don't really know the logic behind it. I'm not going to try to figure it out, but what I will tell you is this doll is one of my absolute favorites. She's timeless, she's incredible. I love her eyebrows, her skin tone, her hair, literally every single thing about this doll. Alright guys, we are officially in the top tier, so in spot number 9 we have my Truly Me number 26, Quinn. So Quinn, I mean, I don't even need to say anything about her, just look at her. Like, everything about this doll I am completely obsessed with. I love the skin tone with the Addy mold. Like, the fact that this is a different skin tone with an Addy mold, with these eyes, with this hair, like everything about her. And I'm not even making sense, but you guys, you have to know, right? Just look at her. Like, yes, of course she's number 9, come on. So I feel like every collector has to have that one random doll that like most people do not care about one way or the other, but you are completely obsessed with. And for me, that doll is number 28. I am very, very aware that most people are like, about this doll. Most people don't really care. But for me, number 28, Rome, she is fantastic. She is amazing. And for me, she is in spot number 8, which says a lot. So next up, in spot number 7, we have the doll that I literally never shut up about, and I'm so sorry, but I'm not. But this is my Truly Me number 85. Her name is Hazel, and since the day that I got this doll, I have been non-stop, like, obsessed with her. I've been telling everybody, get this doll, she's amazing, she's incredible, and I just feel like I can't say enough good things about her, so literally, like, if nothing else, guys, like, this doll is still available at AG. I do not know why, because seriously, they retire all the cute ones, so you'd think that she'd be retired, but whatever. Go get number 85. Spot number 6 belongs to the iconic Truly Me 38. This doll, I swear, everybody I talked to was like, I wish that I had her, and I really thought for the longest time that I would never own this doll because she is kind of hard to find. She's usually pretty expensive, but I did manage to find a really good deal on her, and I have been just absolutely obsessed with her ever since. I named her George, which I know a lot of people think is weird. I don't think it's weird because I love Fred and George from Harry Potter, and so she has red hair, and I decided to name her George. Plus, Kyla's number 38 is named Ginny, and it's Georgia and Virginia, but it's also George and Ginny, like from Harry Potter. So I don't know. Kyla doesn't get Harry Potter. I'm totally getting off on a tangent, but I love it, and so I think it's the cutest thing ever. But anyway, 38, love her. So spot number 5 is kind of random. I got number 29 at the benefit sale like 2 months ago, and I always knew that I'd like 29 when I got her, but I did not have any idea that I would be so randomly obsessed with this doll. Like, this came out of nowhere, like left field totally. I don't even know why I love her so much, but from the second that I changed her into this outfit, I've been just like everything about her. I love her. I love her hair. Playing with it's so fun. It's so soft. I just like, her name's James, by the way. I didn't say that because I went right into like the whole, oh my god, I love her. But anyway, yeah, she's amazing. I don't even know what to say. Random, I know, but 29, like, she's just been randomly my favorite thing ever. Spot number 4 belongs to my Truly Me number 64, Niall. So I got Niall because I went to go get Sutton, my 54. If I may remind you, she was like really low in my ranking, but this doll, I didn't even know I wanted her till I got there. Like, I always knew that I liked 64, but I didn't plan on buying her that day. But I saw her in the store, I fell in love with her. I love every single thing about this doll, and since buying her, I mean, she is, like I said, just one of the dolls that I pull all the time. You guys see her in videos so frequently because her eyes are so pretty and her hair is the perfect length, and I mean, yeah, self-explanatory. This is Truly Me number 49. She is one of my all-time favorites, obviously. The reason for that is because she was my 4th doll ever. She was the doll that got me back into dolls when I started watching AGTube when I was a kid. Like, literally started this entire thing, and I love her. I think she's so pretty. She was one of the first dolls that ever really caught my eye because of like contrasting features, and to this day, the blue eye, black hair combination is one of my favorites, and it all started with her. Her name's Danny, by the way. I keep forgetting to tell you guys what their names are. Like, why? Coming in at spot number 2, we have my Truly Me number 62, Eden. So Eden, I feel like everyone loves this doll. I have yet to come across anyone who says they don't like her. Her hair, eye, skin tone combination is just stunning. It's gorgeous and super unique, and I can't understand why AG would ever retire her, because clearly people loved her. She's still like super hard to find. People are just looking for her all the time. She's super expensive, and I just don't understand. Like, she clearly must have been a good seller, and if that's the case, I just can't wrap my head around why she would be retired. And finally, the doll in my number 1 spot is my Truly Me number 40, Lily. I cannot say enough good things about Lily. I cannot explain why I love her so much because I can't really put it into words. I'm not sure why. I feel like we all just have those dolls you just connect really strongly to, and Lily has always been that doll for me for Truly Me's, and I wish I could tell you guys to go buy her, but she's retired because of course she is. She's decently, I don't know if she's hard to find, I really haven't looked, but I know that she's like not super expensive, so if you really do want to find Lily, I think it is possible. But that being said, I love her. She's everything. She has constantly, like very consistently been one of my favorite dolls, and I love the hair length with this doll. It's great for hairstyles, it's great for just like looking good down. She looks good in every outfit. Of course, she's a Jess mold, which always helps the doll's case because it's like my favorite mold, so yeah. Now, real quick before anybody goes anywhere, do not leave. I have something important to say. If you guys want to enter my giveaway, I will have the link linked down below. I'm not officially going to start my giveaway until I hit 3,000 subscribers, meaning that once I hit 3,000, I will make a video announcing the giveaway officially, and then you'll have a week to enter before I draw a name. But you guys can enter early. People who watch my videos will know about it early. You guys can go ahead and enter down below. I will not announce the prize until I hit 3,000 subscribers, but I will tell you that it is a doll. So anyway, this is probably the longest video I've ever had on my channel. I wish that I could, you know, say that I care, but honestly, this has been super fun. It's a good way to spend a weekend, and I'm really excited to see what the new Truly Me's look like. I know that there have been leaks, and you know, we'll see what that ends up looking like. I'm kind of stressed out about it, honestly, guys. Like, I feel kind of like, oh, I don't need there to be that many new dolls coming out because what if I like them all? But I know realistically I'm probably only gonna like 10 of them, so it's not really that bad. But yeah, I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Obviously we'll talk about it once they release officially. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that if you like this video to give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to join the family. Help me hit 3,000 subscribers. We're getting pretty close, which is really exciting, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye guys!